Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Topeak UTF Multi-Mount bike out front mount. With a growing number of electronics and gadgets, it's easy to have a cluttered handlebar. Bike computers, cameras, bike lights can take up valuable space on your handlebar and be distracting while riding. Topeak's answer to this is what they call up to front, the UTF Multi-Mount. And it's a multi-mount that allows you to mount two items directly in front of your stem and out of the way. In terms of packaging, it's very simple. You have the Topeak's iconic yellow and white color scheme. What I really like about Topeak is they always have a little window on front too. So if you're shopping at a store, you can actually see the mount, interact with it, touch it. All the specs are also written on here, so you can flip the mount upward, downward. And also what's included with here is all shown here, so no surprises what you get. I'll go ahead and take it out of the box and go over the specs. So retail price on this is $44.95. It's a dual-sided out front mount, so it provides a lot of functionality. You can mount something on top and something on the bottom. It's an aluminum construction, so very strong, and it's rated for up to 480 grams, so that's over a pound. So it should accommodate larger computers or cameras. It fits 25.4 to 31.8 millimeter handlebars, which should cover everything from mountain bikes to road bikes. And it has Garmin, Wahoo, GoPro, as well as the Topeak Ridecase accessories. So you can mount a lot of different items on here. In terms of what comes in the box, you get the instruction manual, which is really nice, so multi-languages, nice large illustrations as well. And then you get the bag of accessories. So you have the mount itself with the Ridecase attachment on here already. And then if you open this up, you get quite a few options. So you get the GoPro attachment, and you can see it's actually angled, so backward and forward. You get a bunch of little Allen hex keys for attaching the hardware. It's a dual clamp design, so you can see two clamps, and this actually goes on top or below, depending on how you want to mount it. The hardware that goes with that, multiple spacers to accommodate different handlebar sizes, as well as an additional puck here. So the one that's included, you can see it comes with a Ridecase. This is the Garmin or Wahoo one. So for Garmin, you mount it one way. For Wahoo, you flip it. Now let's take a look at the weight of the UTF mount. There's quite a few configurations here, and we're not going to weigh every single one. Instead, we'll show you the Ridecase with the GoPro, which should be a common setup. Now you also need the dual clamps here with the hardware, so we just put the bolts on there. You'll likely need at least the smaller spacer. That comes in at 58 grams, so still quite light. Let's go over the fit and finish of the UTF mount. It's really well constructed, so it's a piece of aluminum. You can see center cutouts to reduce the weight, and then very strong. It's not too long either, so fairly stubby design. What's unique about this is that Topeak has chosen a dual clamp design. Traditionally out front mounts are one-sided, and they just hook over. But with heavier objects like GoPros and computers, they can tend to sag down if you don't over-tighten them. So with this, it's a dual clamp design, puts it right in front, and you can see you actually have two options. So I can mount it this way, so it's on top, or actually flip these down and have it on the bottom side. So this will allow you to actually have lower visibility. So it'll bring the mount down and it'll put your computer almost flush with the stem. So I actually prefer this downward setup over the upward one. It's a pretty unique design, and you have a dual-sided construction as well. So you can see 4 screws on each side. So you can mount your little puck on top. And then this is great for Garmin or Wahoo by simply just rotating around. And then on the bottom, you can do whatever you want. So you can do this GoPro mount, which is really nice. Again, aluminum body with a bolt. And you can mount this straight or backwards if you want better visibility, depending on your GoPro attachment. And there's a lot of GoPro adapters to lights and other items, so this provides the adjustability. So definitely great for light, so you can actually tilt it downward. And with this one, you can even do the headlock. So if you leave the bottom open, you can put the headlocks on top of this by just strapping it down. This is their Ridecase attachment, which I took off, and you can see it has a little spring and a bolt, and that just goes through here. And this is actually rotatable too. So this actually rotates 90 degrees, and that's designed for your computer or your cell phone attachment and other accessories. So definitely well built, and you get all the actual tools you need. So that's a torque spit. So you can see that comes with that, and then multiple Allen wrenches and all the hardware you need. Here you can see the UTF mount installed on my Specialized tarmac. It's a pretty simple installation, 2 bolts. I have it low mounted, but you can always flip this. And you can see with this low mount, the computer is actually flush with the top of the stem, which is something I prefer. But again, you can swap it over. There's enough space between the stem plate and the mount, so it doesn't rub either, because it has a nice little cutout on it. And you can see very rigid, doesn't really flex at all. And you can mount 2 items here. I have my Magicshine RN 1500, and it has a Garmin to GoPro adapter. So I can really take advantage of the angle adjustment, especially if you have lights like this, which have a beam cutoff, which are not necessarily designed to be mounted upside down. You need to angle it downward, and you can easily do that here with more than enough range. I have a computer on top, a little Garmin unit, and everything clicks in really nicely. So definitely a nice option, and you can see handlebars are nice and clean. And I have my bike light for daytime visibility, and my computer within easy reach. Now let's do a quick comparison between the Topeak UTF and other typical out front mounts like the Bryton Sport. So you can see very similar in design. While most out front mounts have a single clamp, so you can see brings it out front, but it's one-sided. The Topeak is dual-sided, and what's great about this is it supports the additional weight. So you can see this Bryton Sport mount actually has the attachment points for additional pucks, so you could put something underneath it. But with the one mounting location, this will quickly start to tilt downward, and you end up having to really tighten these down. So it has a dual bolt design on this, while the Topeak has a single-sided, and that helps it distribute the weight a little bit more with the Bryton, but with the dual clamp design, you can get away with one, and that's quicker to install. Otherwise, really similar aluminum bodies. You really want to get a metal one. They sell really cheap plastic ones on Amazon, but it's not really worth the savings because those will flex up and down. And with the metal ones, they're really stiff and won't go anywhere. Otherwise, really similar. Again, this one can be flipped if you wanted to as well. You just switch the puck, as you can do with the Topeak. But what I like about the Topeak, it's very minimal design, and the dual clamp kind of sets it apart. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the UTF mount. What we like about it is that it has a dual-sided design, so you can put a computer on top, a light on bottom, or action camera. It has a sturdy and lightweight aluminum construction with a dual clamp design, which doesn't sag even as you put heavier devices on it. And finally, Topeak includes quite a few adapters right out of the box, so you don't have to spend extra. Some of the negatives for the mount is the fact that it's a premium price. At closer to $50, it is more expensive than a lot of out front mounts. It's only available in a black finish. Some other companies offer different anodized finishes, which would be nice to see here. And although Topeak does include a lot of adapters, they don't include a Bryton adapter, so you could have to swap one in from a different device. Taking everything into account, we give the UTF mount a 9.2 out of 10. It's a strong out front mount that really cleans up your handlebars. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.